Alright guys, I'm back. Had to switch out the batteries in the camera. I just saw a 4-seater Polaris Razor coming this direction, so just now while I was switching out the battery, so I guess there's someone out here besides me. I hadn't seen a soul until that guy came along, so we'll continue on now. I just happened to look up and see that my batteries were dead, and had to switch them out real quick. Looky here, got a little mud puddle. If you're into that kind of thing, and kind of more of the same. We should be coming up on the start of the loop, coming up here pretty soon, to where, you know, that's the point where the loop starts. You know, you go down to the lake, and then you'll go to the next cove over, blah blah blah, and then supposedly come back another way and meet up here at this junction. Now I'm thinking it's kind of interesting that we've got a pretty steep hill looking like we're coming up on here. I don't know what we're going to expect here, but hopefully this hill isn't too hairy. It looks pretty steep, but it doesn't look like it's severely rutted or anything. So we should be able to make it up this, I'm thinking. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Normally this is a bad idea, what I just now did. Don't do what I do. I should have prepared for this hill. But I'm gonna go into 4-wheel drive right here, low range, in case this gets ugly. Yeah, and it wasn't no pain. It wasn't no pain. Here's our junction right here, guys. Here's our loop. Off to the right you can see the lake, but this is where we'll be coming back if all goes well. If not, we'll be coming back the same way from the lake, but we're going to make a left-hand turn here, and this will be our return route to our right here. All right, let's get out of 4-wheel drive, back into 2-wheel drive, and continue on. Our elevation is 2,500 feet, thereabouts, 2,475-ish. So we have climbed a pretty good amount from where I parked my truck. You can now see the lake off to the right, and we got some rocks here we need to pay attention to and slow down. No hurry, just kind of putt through here, not wanting to shake my gizzard loose, you know what I mean? So we'll just kind of putter up here. Nice and easy does it. I'm going to be needing to get some tires for this thing pretty soon. The stock tires on this quad are garbage. Garbage. And I'm going to be needing to get me some new tires pretty soon, and get that squared away. They're wearing down pretty bad, pretty fast I should say. There's only like 500 miles on this quad right now, and you know, the tires, you know, look like they've got like 1,000 miles on them already. I should have changed them right away. I should have probably put new tires on this thing before I put a winch on it. I don't know. I guess that's debatable. because even though these tires suck, they work. I just have to be more careful. But if I were to get stuck out here somewhere or somehow, which has happened, my very first ride on this quad, alone, I got myself into a hell of a predicament, if you want to go back and watch that video. And there was no winch on the quad at that time. And that is what prompted me to go, okay, I'm not going back out there without a winch, because that was Suckfest USA is what that was. So I got the winch on here, but I suppose one could argue which one is more important. Okay, so I'm going to go into four-wheel drive here. See how steep this is. I don't know if you guys can tell in the video. It's always sometimes hard to tell. But this is really steep and loose right here. And I'm going to go into four-wheel drive because it puts braking to all four wheels. And then we're just going to keep it in high range, and I'm just going to let it kind of coast down. Let the engine braking kind of do all the work here, and get down this hill nice and easy. Just kind of making sure to pick my spot, you know, making sure to place my tire in the correct spot as to get down this hill the best way possible. Well, this is pretty steep right here. I don't know if you'd want to get too much more hairier than this right here alone. But the worst of it's over, and we'll just kind of give it a little more gas to get down the rest of the way here. But that's how you traverse those hills like that, you know, that are real loose and rutted out and stuff. You can flip out of the four-wheel drive here. You can use your four-wheel drive in that way too. It's not you know, just for you know, extra traction on as far as like, you know, getting up stuff or going through mud or something like that. It's also for going down steep hills because of the extra braking power you get from that. Oh, and it didn't take long for us to reach another hill, huh? What do we got going here? Let's just stay right here and kind of straddle this hump right here. And I'm going to go ahead and flip the four-wheel drive back on to give us some braking right here. Now this is a little hairy here. We're going to dip down real far right there. Okay, what are we going to do right here? We can go down the middle or go up high side, and that's fine until you get down there to the bottom where it'll take you a little off camber. So let's see if we can I think we'll go down the middle. Pluses and minuses to both of these. And looks like right here is where we're going to get our minus. Okay, looks like it would be safer for me to go the other way. Okay, this is not recommended, by the way. Okay, that's not recommended. So we're gonna go a different route, and we'll go high side. You gotta watch that cholla. See that cholla right there? We do not want to get anywhere near that son of a bitch. But see that step right there? That's a good foot step, good 12-inch, 14-inch step right there. I did not want to go down alone. A lot of the things that I do are not what I would normally do. You know, I take things, to a farther side of safety than I would if I had somebody with me. You know, because if you have somebody with you and and you roll over, or something happens or something like that, you've got someone to come to your rescue. I mean, the smallest little thing when you're alone could be could end up being a real problem. So I will try to opt for the safer path every time. But that was a pretty hairy little hill right there, man. Hopefully it doesn't get too much worse than that. Oh my God, right when I say that. Okay, holy smokes. Zigzag down this. Let me get off and we'll kind of take a look at this. Put this in park, put the emergency brake on, and let's take a gander at this. See, I'm personally, for me, I don't know what it is, but I know that I'm different than most folks in that I prefer, when it comes to hills like this, I prefer to go up, stuff like this. I just feel more confident, going up. So yeah, it looks like a zigzag situation. You're going to have to come down here, and then you're going to have to go that way. The only other option is to go down this crevice right here. That might even be better. And then go high left, and then take high left all the way down. But yeah, this is beyond what is safe to do alone, though. Unfortunately, this kind of thing happens to me sometimes where yeah, I can do this. This is definitely within my skill level. I wouldn't hesitate at all if I had somebody with me, but it's more than is safe to do without any kind of help and backup. I mean, it's just too easy to get yourself jacked up. So we got one option. We go back to the junction that I told you guys about. Go back to the junction and try the other way, and maybe it's not as bad. And then then we'll at least get to the cove.